Hey guys, we are at New York Indian Film Festival 2017 in New York City, and we are sitting here with Umesh Kulkarni, who is at the festival teaching a wonderful short filmmaking class. Thank you for being here, and this was day one, and then there's day two tomorrow. It was wonderful. Tell me, Umesh, why short films? I mean, what interests you? Have done several short films. Umesh here is the award-winning filmmaker from India. So tell us why short films? What? Yeah, tell us your opinion on short films now.
I love this form of short films. First of all, I started making films in the film school, Film and Television Institute of India. And we started making 2 minute films and 3 minute films and 5 minute films. And then as a diploma film, we made a 20-minute film. And I realized that, and before that, I was never exposed to this form called short films.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that while making these short films, you can actually experiment a lot more than what you can do in feature films.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's very difficult and very challenging to convey something in a very short span. At the same time, I think it's more effective, like a short film format. Sometimes you don't need a, a canvas of a feature film. Sometimes you should be telling some things in a very short span, which is more effective than feature films. So I think it's a very fascinating medium. It gives you a complete freedom to experiment and learn your form and break the norms of how to do things. And I think it gives me a lot of motivation and encouragement and a lot of courage to say things which I otherwise perhaps wouldn't do it in a feature film.
Right, right, and also I think over time in last few years, especially the market for short films has changed. At least the perception, because it's not just a thing up and coming filmmakers do. You see a lot of quality filmmaking. But in India, or in European, you also work with European filmmakers. Since of European, is there also a viable market right now for short films, or how do you see that evolving?
Uh, it's definitely much better than what it used to be some years back.
Right.
After the advent of the whole internet scene, where people can really watch short films on YouTube, on different internet platforms, and there are a lot of sites which are coming up with where they're curating a good short film. So you can actually sell your content to those platforms. And I think eventually, when people have started watching films on their mobile phones, and they have very less time, people are becoming more and more busy.
Right.
So in this kind of scenario, I think short films can play a great important role. Because if people can, really consume the content of short films, maybe sitting in a metro, or sometimes they just want to make a 5 minute, watch a 5 minute film. That's possible now. Earlier, it was never possible to do something because you have to go to cinema halls, and cinema halls never used to show short films.
Right.
And I really still feel that, of course, there are some good things are happening. At the same time, I think short films should also be released in cinema halls, and people should go to watch short films in theater
Big screen
also.
experience.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's talk a little bit about you. Who are your inspirations as filmmakers in India or worldwide? Who has inspired you and who, you know, you think?
There are many filmmakers whose work has inspired me, and it keeps inspiring me over the period of time, years and years. Like many times, you see a film, and then you see it again, and then you see it again, and every time the film keeps giving you a source of life. And Abbas Kiarostami is one of the very important directors, filmmakers who has changed my way of looking at things. There's a filmmaker, Rutvik Ghatak, who,
Mhm.
who made films in India. He is also someone who I look forward to his films. And there are many filmmakers who, Tarkovsky, and then there is Bresson,
Mhm.
and there is a Japanese filmmaker called Ozu, Yasujiro Ozu. He has made a film called Tokyo Story. So all these filmmakers, they keep inspiring me a lot.
Cool. And what are you working on next? What's
So
actually look forward
I
for?
just completed a short film recently, and then I'm making an experimental film now, and I'll be making my next feature film this year.
Awesome, awesome. Last question. We are in New York, and you've been to New York several times. I've seen you at the festivals. What's your Most favorite and least favorite thing about New York?
I like the wind of New York. I like it. It brings a lot of life, and it's a city with immense energy, which I really feel very very enthusiastic about. I feel like charged when I come here. And what I don't like about New York is there are these sirens which are constantly buzzing on the roads, even in the
The
nights.
fire department everywhere.
And I think these sirens, they just kind of make the whole experience very chaotic, and which is also part of the experience of New York. And I feel that they can make a little less noise.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your work here, the workshops, and we really look forward to more work coming from you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.